7. Up next for the Bearcats will be this Saturday at East Carolina for a noon Eastern Time start. Game will be televised on CBS Sports Network. Coach, thank you for joining us on the call today. If you would take a minute to tie up the game against USF, please. And then what we expect to see is you in the regular season and get ready for the postseason again at East Carolina, please.
Yeah, looking forward to getting back on the field. That was not our best effort. It was something we definitely weren't proud of coaching or playing last week. USF took it to us. We couldn't get anything go our way, and we got knocked out pretty early in that game. That's very unusual for us, but a little bit of consistency of turning the ball over this year on offense, and we had 6 turnovers, and you can't beat anybody doing that. So we got a lot to work on. Got to get some improvement. Going to play a East Carolina team that's playing to become bowl eligible. We'll get their best shot playing on the road. Ruffin's done a good job with a bunch of new kids that he's had to bring up after graduating players last year, and they play hard and they're well coached. So looking forward to the game.
Take questions for Coach Tuberville, please. Star 1 on your telephone to join the queue. The operator will introduce you.
We'll take our next question from Shannon Green.
Hi, Coach. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning. I'm doing good.
Good. Coach, wondering what was the biggest, or I guess one of the things that was most challenging that USF brought to the table? Was it Marlon Mack's run game? I'm just curious to know what things really challenged Cincinnati.
Well, Willie Tiger's done a very good job with his offense. He's involved in that, and they've the kind of the quarterback attack, and they've got the quarterback to run it with. You know, we obviously lined up to stop the run, and he threw some early passes on us, got us behind. But they're very athletic. He's done a good job recruiting. He's cleaned that mess up down there and got better players in there. He's got depth, but he's got speed, athletic ability, and that's what it takes.
Thanks, Coach. Happy holidays.
Same to you.
We'll take our next question from Tom Gresham with the Cincinnati Enquirer.
Hey there, Coach. It was just one game, obviously, but 51-3 at halftime, as you know, that's pretty extreme, so you've never seen anything like that. What changes do you make this week, if any, personnel-wise or coaching-wise? If you could speak to that, thanks.
You know, there's not a lot of changes you can make in a 4 or 5 day period. Unfortunately, we've had to make changes all year long with some new guys to try to get them ready to play because of a few injuries. But we've got no excuses. We just didn't play very well the other night. USF played very well. They brought it to us. We were ready to play, we thought. We had a good game plan. Execution was not there. We played much better the second half once we got the dam plugged up a little bit. But as you said, I've never seen anything like that. I really hadn't. Everything that we did just went wrong on us. And Gunner would love to have a couple of throws back. Hayden Moore would love to have a couple of throws back, and then Hayden Moore fumbled a couple in the pocket on good pass rush. So it was obviously a team loss, as they all are. Their team wins, their team losses. And you hate to lose one like that. You hate to don't show any improvement. But again, we can't worry about anything that happened last week. We don't have time to do that. Time to think about making starting a new offense or putting in a new defense. We've got to do what we're doing and try to do better at doing that and coaching doing it.
Do you stick with Gunner in the starting lineup at quarterback?
Yeah, well, we do the same thing we've been doing. They both get the same amount of reps, so it doesn't make any difference what they do during the week. We just look and try to go with a hot hand, and Gunner has been pretty good the last few weeks, and just unfortunate, you know, when our offense and defense usually plays, and they play pretty well together, and that's what happened Saturday night. We didn't play well together. We didn't protect each other, and when we got behind, and Gunner felt like he had to make all the plays, and when you force things, usually good things don't happen, and so we've got to take the pressure off our offense. You know, our offense is one of the best in the country, has been all year long. You know, our defense coaches know that our offense has bailed us out a few times. So we want to go in this game more relaxed, and everybody's got to do their job. We got to try to win a game on defense instead of having to win them all on offense. But our offense can't go out there and feel that pressure of every play has got to be a must play. So, this is a good week to go. We'll have a little extra time knowing our school is out on Wednesday, and we just got to get a good game plan knowing that this is going to be just as tough a game this week as it was last week. Very similar teams, very similar athletes, very similar scheme. And so, we're going to coach the heck out of them and try to get them to the field as healthy as we can next week, and hopefully we'll play better.
Thank you.
We'll take our next question from Ronnie Woodward with the Greenville Daily Reflector.
Hey, Coach, how are you?
Good morning.
Good. Do you think, or do you worry at all with, you already have 6 wins, you're bowl eligible, but you can't win the conference. Do you worry that there's some sense of you don't have a lot to play for, or do you think that last week's showing that motivates the players this week to get ready for Saturday?
Oh, no, you're exactly right. The way we played, and again, we were ready to play. And a lot of games like that happen because the other team, how they execute and the things that they do. But no, this is another game. The big thing about winning and losing in college football, pro football, high school football, any sport, you got to forget the last game. And usually that comes from experience. Now, we've got some experience on offense. We don't have much on defense. And we've got some experienced guys that's had to bounce back before on offense, and we'll play much better offensively. Now, East Carolina's going to have something to say about that. We'll have a good game plan, and we'll go in and try to execute it as East Carolina will. So, I talked to the team yesterday on Sunday. We gave them Saturday off because playing Friday night. Obviously, the mood is not as great as you'd like for it to be. But you want them to understand you never accept the way we played. You never accept whether you lost by 30 points or 1 point. And that's happened around here for a long time. Cincinnati's always bounced back, and we'll bounce back this week. Win or lose, it makes no difference. We've got to play. We've got to play better. We've got to take the ones that are ready to go and try to do better than what we did last week. And, we've never worried about any championships. Last year we won the last 7 games of the season after losing 3 of the first 4 or 5. This year we've won some games, but we've also lost some very close games. And last week is a little bit different for us because it wasn't a close game. We're usually in the game all the way to the end, and that's what's frustrating. We didn't give ourselves a chance to win at the end. Hopefully we play better this week. That's pretty much about all I can tell you.
Gotcha. Thanks, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Coach, if I could give you the last one, just from the conference perspective, if you could get your thoughts on the performance of the conference teams this year. Obviously, 3 teams in the top 25 right now, as many as 4 during the year, and 7 bowl-eligible teams, and the potential for as many as 9. Can you just talk about the performance of the conference at the top, and then maybe the depth of the league, if you would?
Yeah, this conference is so much better this year than it's been the last couple of years. I think with the emergence of Navy coming in is obviously upgraded. You've got a couple other teams that played better than last year. But this was a senior-laden and experience-laden season with a lot of teams, including us. We've got a lot of seniors at wide receiver. That's one of the reasons that we're one of the top offenses in the country. I think the last few weeks we've played very good offenses. Tulsa, close to the top 10. Houston, in the top 10. This conference is second to nobody. Because you just look at the athletes. And so we're not considered in so-called Power 5, but I've never really given that much thought. It's about who you play and when you play and how you play, and at the end of the year, how you've looked and how you stack up against everybody else. A lot of good teams in this league. Not, the UCF's had a tough year with coaching change, but everybody else has kind of held their own against Power 5 teams, and I think that's going to continue to happen.
Well, Coach, we thank you for your time today and throughout the season, and look forward to talking to you again next year.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
All right. Thank you, Coach Tommy Tuberville from Cincinnati. The Bearcats at East Carolina Saturday, noon Eastern Time on CBS Sports Network. Up next on our schedule is Coach Willie Taggart from USF. We're going to, again,